Hi, good afternoon. How is everyone today? I think it was Rebecca. She had asked me to look into crop circles, and I started looking into them. I had known a little bit about crop circles, but I started diving really deep into what that is. And so it looks like there's three types of crop circles going on. The first crop circles are done by Gaia because she is a living being and she can manipulate this reality. And the ones that are put down and they're not really, they're just bent over, but they're not snapped or broken or anything. That's her with her little whirlwinds doing that. When I look at that, I also see sprites involved with that, and we'll have to talk about that after I talk about the other two types of crop circles I'm seeing. The second crop circles are being done from extraterrestrials, which are extra land. They live outside of the snow globe. And when they do it, it's to get a message across, and it's always to do with mathematics, when you can try to decipher it, because they speak a lot of mathematical language, if you can say that, geometry, what have you. And they're just letting you know that you are not alone, and we're here, and pay attention. Now, the third set we can actually put the third set into two categories. One is pranksters, who just love to have a good time and make a fool out of everyone, which makes a fool out of themselves. And the other one is done by groups like the CIA or any kind of a group like that, where they're trying to take away from the other two crop circles to say, look, see, this is all man-made, blah, 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 because they don't want you to know that the Gaia is sending messages and extraterrestrials are sending messages. So it's almost like disinformation. Oh, see, we caught all these people doing this, see. Yeah. There's all that inversion in there. So let's talk about the sprites and everything that's around us that we're living in, that we're going to become more and more aware of as we start climbing up in the vibration. As the split gets closer and closer, you're going to start seeing all this stuff out of the peripheral vision, which is, let me stand back here. Peripheral vision is the ends of your fingertips from your eye vision on the side. So when you look at something, it disappears because, again, it's out of your peripheral vision. This is also connected with your pineal gland, and it's a part of your brain you don't really use very often because we're not trained to use it. So if you start going out here and you look where your fingertips are, but look straight, and you see out of your eyes over here, this is where you can start seeing things. The more you start doing this, where you can see things here, you'll start using that part of your brain, and before you know it, they'll be coming more and more and more into your vision. So that's really interesting. As far as all the different beings that live here with us, but they're slightly in a higher, I don't know if you'd call it a dimension or more like a frequency. And because these two eyes can't see the higher frequencies unless you're riding on that frequency. So this is another reason to get your vibrations up. Because if your vibration's up, all of a sudden you start seeing things because they're now in the same frequency that you're in. And this is why some people can see stuff and a lot of people can't. If you're simply in the denser frequencies, you're not going to see higher stuff. You're just not going to see it. But if you can raise your vibration, which that's what we're doing now, and next thing you know, you'll start seeing sprites, elementals, Bigfoot, because they use the vibrations to go in and out of. And I had talked about that too, where they're like half plant life, and they can use the trees as a system to go in and out of this, which is one of the reasons why a lot of the trees are dying now, because the negativity is trying to cut that out. Yeah, it's just a whole story. Please go watch my other videos. I've talked about this. I hate to rehash things I've already talked about because it seems redundant to me. So please go watch all my other videos. If you see something that's interesting, just go watch the video. If you have any questions, please just ask. I'll be willing to answer anything. So as far as the elementals go, I don't realize, if most people realize, there's not just the set elementals that we're told about, fire, water, and ether. I guess air and ether. Actually, there's actually two elementals. One is etheric and the other one is air. And there really is a difference. There's also elementals for trees. There's elementals for all kinds of things that we can't even see or understand. There are so many more elementals we're just unaware of. Elementals are beings that resonate with a certain energy. There's water elementals, and they're even broken down into categories because there's more than just one. Elementals are anything that deals with a certain specific thing. I don't know how else to say that. I mean, fire is a thing, water's a thing, air is a thing, wood is a thing, stones are things, crystalline are things, and it goes on and on. So, very interesting. I can't wait till everybody starts waking up to this, and all of a sudden you're going to start seeing things. Please don't be afraid. I mean, the first instinct is when you see something, because it's out of your reality, do that knee-jerk reaction, like, oh, fear, fear. We have so been indoctrinated into fear that when you see something, the first thing you do, even if it's tiny, is fear. And I know this too, because when I first see things, sometimes, not now, but before, years ago, first thing would come across as this innate sense of fear, and I wouldn't even be able to control it. This is why we really do need to get out of the big bag of fear, because you're not going to stay on the high vibration if you dwell in fear. It's just not going to happen. So raise those vibrations, and before you know it, you'll be seeing things, you'll be interacting with things. I was talking to Arthur last night. I had just gotten some kittens, and they were rescue animals. And there's this place that does rescues. They had I don't know, the lady said they had 600 cats. So I took 2 kittens, one day, and then I went back the next day for the other one. But I was sitting on my bed talking to Arthur. I had one cat wrapped around my neck, and that was Tabitha. And then my other cat was laying across my chest, and that's, I know, Cecilia. And Arthur, the cats just, all of a sudden, they were half sleeping, and they just jumped up off of me, both of them at the same time, and they were watching something going through the room. They could hear it. And Arthur's like, Sonia, Sonia. And I'm like, what? He's like, you just had something come across you. It was a little energy being about maybe that big, maybe a little bit smaller. And it had gone from my chest of drawers around me, around the cats, up and around, and it was going slow and leaving a trail. And then it went out, and of course it bothered my kittens because they flew up off me like there was no tomorrow. Arthur was like, oh my God, I saw that around you. And it's like, oh, yeah. So I would put that into the elementals because they are a form of elemental. And so I have them around me all the time, and I hadn't had them around me for, I guess, a day or two. And normally I don't go into the bedroom, but since I got the kittens, I have to separate them from Tiger because he's an old cat. He's 16. He's not going to handle 2 little youngsters all over him. So I'm going to have to slowly, gradually, which I've been doing, integrating them to be together. So I don't normally go into my bedroom, but it seems like in my bedroom, that's where I'm always catching the elementals. If I'm on the phone with someone, they're seeing this stuff around me or in the background. So weird, because when I'm in the rest of the house, not really so much. Strange. So, oh gosh, look, I've just rambled off topic. So I'm going to have to take pictures of my kitty cats. I've got pictures already, but they're adorable. They're both calicos. One is a white calico, and the other one's a black calico, and it's a tortoiseshell calico. That's what they call them. But adorable. And one's 5 months, the other one's 6 months, and it's still small. Oh no, I'm the cat lady. Anyway, so yes, everyone, things are looking better. Things are going up. If you walk outside, get out of cyber world. Please don't live in cyber world. Get off cyber world, go outside, and you'll realize, you'll start feeling it. It's different. You can actually feel it's getting lighter outside. The only way you're going to stay negative and bogged down is if you're going to live in cyber world. Put down the TVs. Put down the media of all types. walk away from that horrific, degrading cyber world. I mean, I know you have to come on cyber world to watch me, but I'm only going to put out positivity. I'm not going to go down the negative road. It's not happening. Never from me will you get that. Not going to happen. I might sometimes get a little torqued off and I'll say a little, comment about something, but overall, no, it's not happening. I am here to raise the vibration. That is my job, and that's what I will do. And it's my job because I make it my job. So, there you go on that. All right, then. I guess I'm rambling on. I just want to put out this small video. I just wanted to address the crop circles, which I could actually go into a little bit deeper. Why are the crop circles being made by Gaia? Let me just go into that real quick. The crop circles that are being made by Gaia are usually for someone that's going to be in that area, and it's specifically done for them. Don't think that this is some random thing out there for, just you haphazardly come across it. No. Gaia is very psychic. Of course she is. We all are, but we've got severed. And she knows. She can look through the timelines, and she knows who's going to be where, who's going to be there, who's going to stumble upon this. This is why it's done. It's done for that specific person or even a group of people. It's not just some haphazard thing that just happened to happen. No, it's done deliberately by Gaia. It's her way of saying, I am alive, wake up. There's more to this life than just getting up, going to work, paying your bills, being raped with your taxes, because it's a rape. No, there's more. There's so much more. We're not here to just work to make some fat cat rich and to be slaves, because that's what we are. We all need to wake up from that also. This is not why we're here. We're here to have an experience of 3D. Now it's 4D, and which is a mindset for everything. But it's her saying, hello, get out of your rut. It's time to do something. It's time to see something for what it really is. So, okay, rambling again. All right, I guess I'll end this video. And everybody, things are looking up. We're having a great reality. It's coming closer every day. I know that the dark force is doing everything they can right now to smack us down. Ignore it. Don't comply. Don't buy into their fear-mongering. Do what you have to do, but don't buy into it, because they're doing everything they can to drown you in fear, because they want you to be in fear. So it's time for everyone to step up, find your righteous anger, and say, no more. We're not having it anymore. It's over. It'll be our way. We are, after all, the creator beings. Now let's create our better reality together. Okay, everybody have a great day. Bye.